Everybody, we are live. That is MellyMel. I am me. Welcome to Sunday Night Disney Creators on DisTube. I have been excited for this one since she said yes. I'm a Disney pin nut. Anyone else who's a Disney pin nut is my kind of nut. And MellyMel, geeking out with MellyMel. First of all, great name. I know before I knew you, I knew I would like you. Geeking out with MellyMel, and you geek out on Disney pins and Funko Pops and Disney.
Oh yeah. Yes. So I'm definitely a geek. I mean, I like to geek out about the things that I like. So that's why, I named my channel Geeking Out with MellyMel. So but it's just my general feeling about the things that I like. So I geek out about pins. I geek out about Funko Pops. And I figure we can just all geek out together. And, Melissa is my name. So Geeking Out with MellyMel, I felt like it just kind of,
Perfect.
It was a nice
Perfect.
match.
I learned a lot about you. It makes me want to know if I already like you before I even know you, and I do, and we've met already. Let's say hi to everybody in chat, and we'll talk about your name and all things geeking out with MellyMel. Michael Riley, first one in the Michael Riley.
Hello.
Hour and a half early. Michael Riley, if you're still here. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Welcome.
I got the new ring thing, and it's on my phone, and it makes the noise, and I'm happy I've got it, but
at least it lets you know when you need to walk.
You know when I need to turn off the volume on my phone is what it does. Make it blue. Caitlin in the house, sure or not.
Hey, Caitlin.
Geeking out with MellyMel in the house. I've heard of her. I think we're going to get to know her even better tonight. James Ryan, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member of the channel, and that goes to Caitlin too. Big Disney fan, welcome in. Who else? Tori C in the house. One Stop Mouse in the house. My mama Mouse. Oh, that's taken. My mom in the house. What's going on, mommy? Hope you're having a great day. Jay Lovelak. That was our winner Friday night at Disney Pins Live.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, very fun. So that's a good segue. You, my friend, got me like that with your name, but with Disney pins. So let's talk about your name first. Where'd you come up with your name? Obviously, Geeking Out with MellyMel. You talked about it a little bit, but tell me why you picked that. I love it.
Yeah, so again, it's just really my reaction when there's something that I like. I just tend to geek out because I feel like I'm a geek. I'm a big geek. I'm a dork. So that is my general feeling towards those things. Hey, Kay. So I just geek out about stuff. And again, my name is Melissa, so hence MellyMel. So it's like we can all geek out together about the things that we like and have in common. Hey, Mar. And yeah, plus I not only do I like Disney, I feel like if I was to go to Universal Studios, which I also like Universal, and I wanted to vlog about, let's say, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, like my name is, my channel name is pretty inclusive of all things geek. Not only I love Disney, so that's why I went with that name.
I love it. I love that name. Hi, Mara. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Hi, Surfer Girl. One of my favorite Beach Boys songs right there.
Hey, Surfer Girl, Cherie.
All my favorite people are here. So, MellyMel, you tell me if you would agree with this. I feel like you got, well, here's how I'm going to say this. From the moment I found you, because you never know how long somebody's been on the YouTube. For me, you started in my world when I found you, right? And that goes for everybody. But I feel like you have grown quite a bit in the, maybe a year that I've known you. Do you feel like you're growing fast? Because I feel like you're growing fast.
I like to think that I am. I mean, I started my channel at the end of September, so it's not quite a year old.
There you go.
So I mean, I really like the Disney YouTube community. I love all the wonderful people I've been able to network with and just get to know. I mean, I love the Disney community. I also love the Funko community. And it's just something that I thoroughly enjoy. Like, there's like pins behind me. There's pops behind me as well. I mean, so it's something that I enjoy. And I would like to think that I'm growing rapidly, but
from my vantage point, hey, Veronica, I don't know. Like, I always ask that question. I don't want to be rude. Like, everybody thinks that an overnight sensation, not everyone sees all the work you put in. So I wasn't sure how much work you put in, but since I've seen you, you're just part of the community, and especially the Disney pins community. I was telling Mel before we went live here, she's one of my go-to Instagram follows for Disney pin stuff. So I love Disney pins. I like to know what's coming out. Disney pins blog, you, and my buddy Kelly from the Mickey Bunch. So you're three that I go to. Oh, and Taylor. You guys are the ones that I go to find out what's new, and I love that. How is it that you find all the news so quickly? You don't live next to Disney World, right?
I don't. I live in New Jersey. But I have a big love for pins. Disney pins is like my thing, and I try to do a lot of research, so I feel like I'm always checking, different websites like Box Lunch because they have like some of the latest lounge like pins. I check Hot Topic as well. I'm always checking Shop Disney UK because sometimes in the UK they'll release a couple pins that haven't gone to the US just yet. I'm also checking Disney Store Japan because sometimes they have some pins there that haven't quite made their way to the US. So I'm constantly researching and then just really looking for information. It's really because I like that kind of stuff. So I want to be on the lookout, especially because all these pin releases have been so crazy lately. So it's nice to have like a heads up, and kind of know when something's coming out so I can be ready. And so I'm constantly doing research. And, Kelly from the Mickey Bunch and Taylor, they're great. Brian from Disney Pins Book, like you said, they're all very knowledgeable people and very nice people. So, but yeah, I'm just constantly like researching and, just part of being a geek.
I love it. I love it. It makes me happy. And it's cost me some money because I've shown my wife your post and then she's gone out and bought some stuff. so thank you. And you're costing me money, but I love it. What did you fall in love with Disney Pins? For me, it was a family thing. My wife and my kids fell in love with it a good 5, maybe even 10 years before me. I started out just doing it just because they were doing it. And now I probably like it more than any of them. How did it start for you?
So for me, it's because I was looking for a hobby. So I was actually at Disney World. I was actually in Animal Kingdom. And I was like, I need a cool hobby. Like, I don't know what to do. And I remember watching people being very excited to like trade with cast members. And I was like, this looks like a lot of fun, right? I'm like, I want to be a part of this. Like, how do I get into this? So I remember going into a little store at Animal Kingdom. And I bought this little hat. It kind of looked like a little fishing hat. And it had pins on it. So it's kind of like a starter set. And that's how I started. I got my hat. I did my first pin trade. And then I was hooked.
I might have a hat like that with pins on it right there. I love it. That makes me happy. I got a hat that's this style with pins on it and that one. And
I see the one hanging up there.
Yeah. I love it. I don't know why that works, but it does. I feel like pins go well with hats, and I don't know.
Right.
Happy. I don't know. And then, so what made you start doing YouTube?
So I started with my Instagram first. So I was posting a lot of like pin stuff like I do now on my Instagram. But then I found myself just uploading like 1-minute clips to Instagram because on Instagram, when it comes to videos and things like that, if you're going to do it on a post, you have 1 minute. So I found myself just showing like little pins and stuff. And I was like, well, if I do a YouTube channel, I can elaborate a little more on these pins and not have a bunch of like 1-minute clips next to each other. So that's how it started. I figured it'd be a nice way to share my collections, talk about things that were coming out, point out certain things on certain pins. So that's how YouTube started for me.
Well, I'm glad you did. And do you find yourself more on Instagram or YouTube now, or both, or what?
Both. Like they're both my babies. Like I love having my Instagram. My Instagram, it's not called Geeking Out with MellyMel. It's MellyMel 0984. But you can still link the MellyMel to me. And just because that's how I started with my Instagram. And I do both. I feel like I spend equal amount of time on both because I'm constantly looking for new stuff. And then the new stuff that I find, I share on Instagram. Not only pin news, but also like Funko news. Because like I said, I like Funko too, like Disney Funkos and stuff like that. So I share all that new stuff, but mainly pins on my Instagram. So to answer your question, I feel like I spend equal amount of time on both.
I love that. I mean, it's a good way to, it helps both. Like you bring people from Instagram over to YouTube and vice versa. LSU mom in the house, what's going on, LSU? I hope you're having a great day. I'm looking for something that I wanted to ask you about. I'll find it at some point. So you started out because you were looking for a hobby. You saw other people doing it. You started out in my world, and somebody was Mar said, I found
I see.
Gonzo and my me too. They're my friends, and I'm pretty sure that's where I found you on their show. And I love you for a bunch of reasons. I love your content. You're fun. I've gotten to talk to you a few times, but you also got my buddy Gonzo into pin trading because I will tell you.
I know.
I've said this publicly before, so I don't know if you're here, Gonzo, but if you're here, I'm gonna make a little funny right now. He made fun of me pin collecting when we were together down there, and less than a year later, he's obsessed with it, and I blame you, and I thank you for it. How did you do that?
So I think it's because we started talking more about pins on Breakfast with Pals.
Yeah.
So like I would always bring like pin stuff to the table. And I know that Gonzo likes Star Wars anyway.
Yes.
So he kind of started getting a little more into it. So I think it was a mixture of me just talking about pins nonstop, and then also him just like really liking Star Wars. So he was like, "Well, I can get pins and Star Wars together, like boom."
Love it.
And he just started doing that, and now he's like getting pins on like live sales on Instagram and stuff like that. So with that influence.
Yeah, he told me that's a couple of weeks back now, but he said, "Yeah, I'm obsessed with it now." I'm like, "You wouldn't even like." I was with him, and I'm like, "Let's go pin trade." He's like, "Come on, you're wasting my time." I'm like, "No, this is fun." He wouldn't have nothing to do with it. Now, you should go in sales, young lady, because you're good. I love it.
Oh, thanks. I do sales for a living.
I might have known that. I love. Where'd it go? How did it go? I love someone who can introduce the pin to pin and making them. I screwed it up. Caitlin loves that. There you go. I'll just say it like that.
Thanks, Caitlin.
Such a great job diving into this community too. I love it. Yeah, you turn Gonzo into a beast. I love it, Mar. That's exactly where I was trying to go with that. So, okay, so what are your goals for your YouTube channel? I know you want to get to 1,000 subs this year. What's the why? Why do you want to do that?
So, the goal would be to be able to get monetized. That would be amazing. Doing something that I love. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that would be great. So I would want to do that. And so really the goal is to get monetized if possible at some point. But just really, it's just exciting. I feel like every time you hit a certain milestone, it's just very exciting. I don't know if you feel like that, Jeff, when you got to 1,000 subscribers, 2,000.
YouTube life, absolutely.
Yeah, like it's just that feeling. Like every time I get to a certain like milestone, like 400, 500, 600, it's just makes it just exciting, like it just makes me like want to work even harder. Not that I don't work hard for my channel, I do, but it's just kind of like gives you that extra like, yes, sure. Like what you're doing is paying off, like people and like what you put out there. So it's that would be.
We create stuff. And it's like that story about if a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? Sure it does, but nobody's listening to it. If we're making videos and nobody's responding, well, I mean, it's hard to stay inspired, but you are growing like crazy. Obviously, you're being inspired to do more. That's just the way it is. I mean, we should all celebrate our little successes, and you've got a whole bunch this year to celebrate. So I love that. It's like a snowball going down the hill. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's fun. You're going to have great success. We'll all be able to say we knew her when. So I don't think by the end of the year will be a problem for you at all. It's funny, a little off topic for this show. More of a creator talk show, which is my show in a little bit here. But Rob, my buddy Rob Balasabas, I hope I'm saying his last name right, from TubeBudy, has a collab, and the video goes live tomorrow. And I just saw it, and I'm on it. It'll be fun, and it's exactly that. How do you get your first 1,000 subscribers and mistakes we made on the way? So it's pretty cool. So that'll be on Rob's channel. Rob, awesome. Yeah. So if you're interested in that, stay for the creator talk. I don't want to waste Mel's time for that, but this timing talking about 1,000 subs. So why YouTube? Why Instagram? Are you on Twitter? Are you on Facebook? Why are those two that you're picking? Those two?
Yeah. So I like Instagram a lot. I started with my Instagram. I just liked seeing people's collections and pins on Instagram, people's Pinstagrams. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start sharing my pins on Instagram and sharing with people what I have, and possibly set up some pin trades on Instagram.
Love it.
So it just kind of started like that. And then I was like, well, I found out that this pin's coming out. Maybe my pin friends on here would want to know about it. So that's why I kind of started with my Instagram. And then from my Instagram, I went to YouTube. So those are really the two platforms that I the most active. I do have a Facebook page for my channel, which is called exactly the same name, just geeking out with MellyMel. And my Instagram is MellyMel 0984. So if you guys are curious, 0984 is my birthday. I was born September of 84.
I love it.
So that's where the numbers came from. So so I started on the one and kind of went to the other, but those are the two platforms that I'm the most active on, and then my Facebook page.
Love it. Love it. Team Mold, we just 900, they say. That's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah. So
that's exciting.
Perfect timing for that video again on Rob. Stick around for the creator talk again. I don't want to waste Mel's time. James Ryan says, MellyMel, I am sub 663. I love that. That's
Yay,
the main
thank
reason
you.
for me to meet and to get to know and to promote my friends and people I want to get to know that are Disney creators, and for you guys to find them too. So James, you just made my day with that. I love it when at the end of the show I can see that the creators that we have on Creator Talk, DisTube, whatever this is called, have grown, because these are targeted leads. Let's be real, to talk sales. I mean, Disney fans come to my channel, Disney fans go to your channel. Getting those concentric circles overlapping is the way to grow. So I love it. So thank you, James. Detroit, Disney doing how's it going on? I'm so glad you're here. I feel like I've missed people in chat. I apologize, guys. The Jody and Laura life, that's a fun name. What's going on,
guys? Those are my friends, Jody and Laura.
Welcome over, Jody and Laura. Love to see you're in the chat. Hitchhiking Bones just subbed to you. I love that. Tim Pruitt, my man in the house. What's going on? I feel like I caught up to everybody in chat. If I missed you, it is not on purpose. Just trying to say hi. So let's get to Funko Pops before we start talking about Disney. So Disney pins, I know. Yes. I see a bunch of Funko Pops, and I also see some Haunted Mansion stuff back there.
Yeah.
I want to talk about, because I'm going to ask you about both. I'm pretty excited about the Haunted Mansion stuff. I've got one. Looks like you have more than one back there.
I do. So I have all the jars there with the ghosts. So if you move them, they'll make like a sound, like sounds like the haunted house. And if you tap on the shelf, they'll start laughing. So I feel like I should probably grab one of them.
Go ahead. While she does that, I'll tell you, I've got the Hatbox Ghost one.
All right, let me grab it.
Please do. On top of my Hatbox Ghost one, I've got the 50th anniversary at Disneyland of the Haunted Mansion. I love Haunted Mansion merch. I love Disney pins. I love Funko Pops. Can you tell me and MellyMel get along? Which one is that? I love it.
That's here we go, Gus. And then let me see if you can see it. You can see the ghost in there.
Isn't that cool? I love it.
So it's cool.
Hatbox Ghost for Christmas is probably my favorite Christmas gift of this year or last year, whatever. Love it, love it. So you've got 4 or 5. How many total are there?
I think there's 5. There's 5. There's 5. Cool. I mean, they're great. They had them at the park. I feel like they were kind of pricey at the park, and then they put them on sale, and we were like, score.
Yeah.
Sale.
Love it.
So that's when we got those.
So that's a good segue. We're going to talk about your Funko Pops. So that's a good segue. Okay. Is Haunted Mansion your jam? I'm guessing it is. Is that your favorite attraction? Let's talk about your love of Disney. Hey,
yeah. So, hey, Sheree. So my favorite attractions, I love Haunted Mansion. I love Pirates of the Caribbean, and that's we're at Magic Kingdom. So over at Epcot, I love Spaceship Earth.
Nice.
I think it's such a awesome, iconic ride. I also love Living with the Land and Soaring and Test Track. Of course, the Star Wars, Rise of the Resistance, Millennium Falcon, and Animal Kingdom. Hey.
What's going on, man?
And then also, I love Flight of Passage. It's such a cool ride.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
How often do you get to parks? I mean, you're up north a little bit, so how often do you get there?
So I've been to Disney about 20 times, but we try to go at least twice a year. We're not pass holders, but we try to go at least twice a year. My husband's in the military, so he gets some good, deals through the MWR, with the military. So we do that because for us to become pass holders, I feel like we would have to go a lot more than we do. Yeah. So twice a year, it's been working for us. But yeah, those are all my favorite attractions. Like I said, I know I see the comment about the Skyliner Pop. I do have that right there. I do love Funko Pops, mainly Disney Pops, attractions and just rides like the Skyliner. I have let me see, pointing the wrong way. Over there, we have Splash Mountain, and there's Mickey. Here we go.
Love it.
So yeah, I have those. I have all the Funko Pops that are not Disney related. I really love that show, The Office. So I have some of The Office Funko Pops too, and just a little bit of
you so they can see them a little better. There we go.
Here we go. So let's see if I can do this right. Very Vanna White.
Yeah, there you go.
So, so we have here we go, Splash Mountain right there.
Love it.
And then we have Skyliner, and then we have Mickey. And then right above, we have Orange Bird, and we have Figment, and then we have Belle and another Figment. So I try to mix a little bit the different props that I have. And of course, we have the map right behind me with all the pins.
Oh,
So
let's
this
go back. We got to look at that now. Yeah.
Yeah, so this was the American Adventure mystery pin set.
I
So
love that.
these boxers were $20 a piece. It came with 2 pins. So
That's an
I
expensive set, my friend.
that was an expensive set. And then what I did was they had the chasers and the colored pieces were the regular pieces.
Yep.
So what I did was that I mixed chasers and regular pieces because I was not gonna make 2 different sets. One's good, even if the colors are mixed in.
Well, the chasers is like, I think they were 100, right? I'm pretty sure I got a California. I think I got a California and a Texas chaser. I don't want to lie, but I really enjoyed that set. I didn't get the whole set. I didn't want it, but I got 5 of them. And I think they were down to 100. I'm pretty sure the chaser were 100. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I know that some pieces were really expensive in Texas and California were some of the most expensive pieces. Like Texas, we ended up buying in California because we didn't get lucky. We couldn't have it. We just didn't get lucky within the boxes we purchased. So I want to say Texas was like $30-some, and so was around $40. And that's just one pin when each box was $20. But you know, that comes to tell you about like the resale value of some of these pins. But we completed it.
That's one of the sets that has done well, though, right? I mean, people are still selling them. I still see it now and then on, because I set up one of those. I don't know, when I had to buy them on eBay, whatever they're called, the alerts, and I haven't got it, so it pops up now and then, and the price isn't low. But I love that set. Is that one of your favorite sets? It's definitely one of mine.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I see this one as like an accomplishment because it was so hard to get all the pieces together in between trading, buying pieces, and just the regular boxes that I bought directly from Disney. It was such an accomplishment. So I was like, yeah.
Really cool. I love that. I love that. Hey, Cheat Meal, what's going on? Glad to see you here. Again, everybody in chat, I'm not ignoring you. I swear, I'm reading the chat. I'm just not interrupting. And thank you guys for being here so much. It means a lot to me. By the way, I dropped her link. Get over to her channel if you haven't already. Please subscribe to her channel, and don't just do that. Watch 3 or 4 videos. You're gonna like her. If you don't like her, you don't like her, but you're gonna. That's what I want people to go and try 3 or 4 videos on everybody. And you know what? If it's not your taste, it's not your taste. But she's gonna be. If you like me, you're gonna like her. She's just no, I mean it. You're way nicer than me. So there's that. And a frog prince in the house. That's fun to say. What's going on? So it would be a personal favor to me if you go give her some love on her channel. So please do that right now. Also, let's just take this opportunity to talk about Magic the Mouse. He's my sponsor. He stuck around for another month. He's my friend. He's a great guy. His name is Bill. Magic the Mouse. Here, let's drop his Spotify link. Let me grab that real fast. He is awesome, and he's a podcaster and a YouTuber. And here is the link to the Spotify version of the podcast. But you can just look up Magic the Mouse anywhere where podcasts are listened to, or Magic the Mouse TV on YouTube. Great guy. He's also the co-host of a show we do on Bush League Baseball. We talk baseball. And this week we have a special guest, Joey from Joey. You guys know Joey. It's Joey's World. I almost said Joey Meets World, which is not right. It's Joey's World. He's going to talk some baseball with us. But give Bill some love on his channel. He sponsors this show and lets us do what we're doing. And he's awesome. So who are some of your favorite Disney YouTubers? I want to hear that because I know you were really into Disney YouTube before you started YouTubing, if I remember correctly. You told me that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of people or channels that I look up to. I really love, of course, Disney Pins Vlog. Ryan's great. And all the pin news that he brings to the community.
By the way, he'll be on Meg, my friend Meg Magic's Mickey's Magic. Her name is Meg. He'll be on her show Monday, tomorrow.
So that's exciting.
That's his first live stream, according to Meg, and I believe her.
So that's awesome. Yeah. I definitely got to check it out. But definitely, Ryan, Disney Pins Blog, definitely a channel that I look up to. I also love, Becca over at Disney Kitty. I love her style too. I also love the Disney Food Blog. Disney Food Blog is great. I mean, it's not just about food. I mean, although I love food, but they have all their like updates, and I think her name is AJ.
Yeah, AJ.
Her name. Like she's great. Like I love how like she just carries herself, and like you don't really see her on the vlog.
I would love to get to know her. She's actually local. I live in Texas, and she lives in Texas. Yeah, I would. I haven't reached out. I need to reach out, but I would love. I need to get her on the show. But anyway, those are some of my Disney Pins Blog and Disney Food Blog. Yeah, were two way before I even thought about creating that just stood out. And it sounds like you too.
Yeah, and yes, Mar Gonzo is great. Yes, I see Mark's comment. Yeah, but these channels were channels that like I I had been watching for like a while, and that really like, were channels that I look up to. It just I all these channels together, just kind of I guess they're like what I would want my channel to be at some point. Like I love all of their charisma, the way they present themselves, and just so yeah.
Yeah, those are two good ones. I would put those on my list too. And if you're listening, I would love you guys on the show. So come on over. Anyway, so I want to talk about the Disney parks. So what's your favorite Disney park? You go down a couple times a year. Which park is your favorite? And most importantly, why?
So I've been to both Disney World and Disneyland. I went to Disneyland for the first time last year, and it's great. I'm more of a Disney World girl, but when it comes to the Disney World parks, I would say Epcot is really my favorite. I really love, like I said, Space Earth. I love all the different festivals. I love the World Showcase. Also, I feel like Epcot is a little more adult friendly, and that doesn't mean that I'm just, drinking my way around Epcot. Although there's nothing wrong with that, but I just really like Epcot. I think it's just a little different. So, and then my second part would be Magic Kingdom, because come on, the Cinderella Castle is there,
right?
And then all these iconic rides are there. And then I would say number 3 would probably be Hollywood Studios now, and then Animal Kingdom. I feel like I've always had like they've been in between the 3 and 4, Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios, but I think that with the new Galaxy's Edge and stuff, then number 3 would be Hollywood Studios and then Animal Kingdom.
I mean, that one used to be number 4 on most people's list, but now they add Toy Story Land. Now you got Star Wars. It's hard. It's hard to beat it. And what about where do you stay? Do you stay on property? Disney Springs girl, Boardwalk girl? What are your other things that you love when you're down?
So, yeah, I saw that someone asked earlier, I think it was a Disney Detroit duo, if I have ever stayed at Shades of Green. We haven't stayed at Shades of Green. I feel like I've heard that getting a reservation for Shades of Green is pretty tricky because they're always booked. But we typically stay at the different moderate resorts. Like we like Port Orleans. My head's like falling off. We like Port Orleans quite a bit, especially French Quarter.
Yeah.
We also like Riverside and Coronado Springs. And then we've stayed at Grand Floridian too, which was amazing. But I would say my favorite is probably Port Orleans French Quarter.
Love it. Love it. Tim, I see you. When it was MGM, Costume Shop Animation, loved that number one when it first opened, says T-Mold. Yeah, I think, how long have you been going? Let me ask that. Were you a kid when you started going? When did you start?
So, I mean, it's been more frequently now as an adult, but the first time I went, I was 5, so I don't remember too much about that, except for getting into like the little doghouse with Pluto. And then I went back when I was 10, and then when I was 15, and then when I was 25, and I've been going ever since. So yeah, we started when I was a kid, but more recently in the last like 5 years, it's been more consistent.
And you went to Disneyland, you said. Tell me about that story.
I did.
I want to hear about that.
We went last year for the first time. It was during their Food and Wine Festival, which they have in March, because I know Disney World or Epcot, they do it like in November, so September through like November. Yep. So the Food and Wine Festival was going on, and it was great. It's great to see the comparison between how Epcot does it and how they do it over at DCA.
I haven't been in Anaheim, so tell me, do I want to go?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's one of those, in my opinion, it's one of those things that you have to do at least once, because that's like where it all began, So it's almost like just like a history tour in a way that you have to take. I mean, I feel like Disneyland has its own like magic compared to Disney World. To me, when I finally went to DCA and I saw the Ferris wheel, I was like, okay, I am here. I feel like that's like the iconic part of DCA that just screams California adventure.
It does.
So I thought it was so cool. And then the only thing that was kind of disappointing was that when we went, there was a covering in front of the Disney, the Sleeping Beauty castle. They were working on the castle. Yeah, so I was trying to take pictures of the castle, and they just had like this big like poster around it. I was like, oh no, I can't see the castle. but I think it was cool. There's difference there's differences in between the different like rides. Like I feel like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride in Disneyland is better than in Disney World. But then again, I feel like Splash Mountain and Magic Kingdom is a lot better than in Disneyland. I feel like
I agree with both of those. As someone who started in Disneyland and just started in Walt Disney World, I totally agree with what you just said. The Pirates is better there, and yeah, Splash Mountain is better in Orlando. What else did you think was different, better, worse? What did you like? Well, let's talk about DCA too. Hey, Lynn, what's going on with projects in the house? Let's talk about DCA real fast. What'd you like best about that? I have not been back since they had Cars Land, but my wife loves that area. What's your favorite part about DC?
Oh my gosh. So Cars Land was great. Radiator Springs was awesome. You know, the ride was so cool. I kept on comparing it to Test Track as I was like there, because it's, you know, it's pretty similar concept, but it was so cool that it was so like themed. Yeah. So I really like that. And just going on, like, I keep on talking about the Ferris wheel, but it just like getting on it and be like, I am on this Ferris wheel that, to me, every time I see that, I just think of Disneyland, DCA, and then to actually get on it, I thought it was so like cool and kind of magical and kind of scary at the same time because the gondolas rock.
No, I've never been on. I've been out there a lot. We used to go there a lot, but that was a long story, and I don't want to waste your time on it. But I just I didn't do much of the rides in that area. That was more of a hang out with my kid. The Frog Prince vlog, what's going on? That's fun to say. Was it worth your time? Because a lot of people who start in Orlando are disappointed in Disneyland because it's so much smaller. As an Orlando first person, how did you feel about it? I'm always interested in asking this question. I want to hear from you.
So like I said, I think that it is still, you know, it's a very special park. I think that I like Disney World better. I think that there's more to do in Disney World.
Parks versus right there alone.
True. And then there are some rides in Disneyland that they don't have in Disney World, like Mr. Toad is no longer in Disney World, and there's the Jessica Rabbit, the Roger Rabbit ride. Is it Toon Spin?
Toontown, the whole area, yeah.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of stuff that they have there they don't have in Disney World, but I feel like there's a lot more to do in Disney World, and it was kind of weird, like the queues for the different rides. Like, you know how in Disney World, the queues are like highly themed as like you're getting in, there's like stuff to do. And so
Disneyland is about space. And Disney World is about getting people through. Very different, I guess, engineering. Did you ride Indiana Jones? It's my favorite ride at Disneyland.
I did. That was one of the first rides that we rode. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the dinosaur ride. And
one's themed well and one's themed horrible. Did I say that? Jason, how's it going on? Thanks for being here.
Oh yeah, but Indiana Jones was such an awesome ride. But it was like the same, you know, kind of mechanism with like the little car that you get into. Yeah, it's just.
It is. It's the same. It's just one theme differently. Team Old. Yeah, it's my favorite. It's hard for me to understand, and it's hard for me to make people understand how much I love Indiana Jones, how much I don't like Dinosaur, and how it's the same ride. That's theming. It's the same.
Yes,
it's one's themed really well, and one's themed by an 8-year-old boy or something. I don't know.
Oh.
You like Dinosaur?
I like Dinosaur ride. I like Indiana Jones better, but
yeah. Very good. Okay, so let's talk about Disney food. Are you a Disney foodie? I know you are because you talked about, I don't know you are. I assume you are because you talked about Epcot and World Showcase and Food and Wine. I'm guessing you're a Disney foodie?
I do like my Disney food.
Yeah.
Although I don't really snack a lot when we go to the parks. So I would say really like my snack of choice is like the Mickey beignets, which I really just get at the resort, not so much, not really at the park.
That's what I was going to ask you though. What's your go-to? So there you go, beignets or
the Mickey beignets. But you know what I do like is the Food and Wine Festival, just to get trying to the different foods and the different like kiosks, and I think it's great. I feel like I'm going through all these different like food trucks, which is so cool in a way. But I love going to like the different restaurants. I been to pretty much most of the restaurants in Disney, and then, Disney Springs too. So it's, I'm one of those that really looks forward to her dining reservations when we go to Disney.
So where's your favorite reservation to get? Is that a real sentence? If you can get a reservation, or what's your favorite, whatever you want to tell me. Tell me the.
Well, right now I am really craving some Morimoto Asia over at Disney Springs.
I've not been there. I hear it's really good.
Oh my gosh, it's great. It's like this Asian fusion restaurant, and they have the best fried rice I've ever had.
Fried rice.
It is so good. It even looks really pretty when they bring it out to you. It has like some little like strings of what is it, like saffron or something. So like pretty, and oh my gosh, their rice is so good. They also have this like Peking duck, duck. And then that is like a dinner for two, because it's really meant for like two people. And then my husband and I typically get that. And oh my gosh, it's just so good. We always get the same stuff. And we might add a couple of apps here and there, but it's just so good that I'm like, you know what? I don't want anything else. I just want that.
Yeah, funny you say that. I love trying new things, but there's a few, and it's funny you talk about fried rice. I get the fried rice over at Yak and Yeti, the counter service. I've not had the Morimoto. Orlando guy in the house. What's going on, my friend? How are you? Okay, and you mentioned Disney Springs.
Yes.
You go to Disney Springs a lot. What do you like best over there? I'm a big fan of lots of stuff over there. I'd like to hear what you like best.
Well, food-wise, Morimoto for sure. And then Disney Springs, of course, I like going to Pin Traders because I want to get my pins. But you know, the world of Disney and just really walking around. I really just like to be able to just walk around and go in and out of the stores, and maybe go to Amorette's and get like a nice little Mickey dessert. So yeah.
I don't know why Richard's singing a little Depeche Mode there, but I love that song, buddy. And it's in my head now, and that's not a bad thing. Jody and Laura, thanks for being here. They agree with your choice. All right, so I want to hear your favorite Disney memory, whether you were a little kid or it was last week. It doesn't matter to me. What's your favorite thing when you're telling? We all have those people, those guys, those gals that we know that don't get the Disney thing. What's your favorite Disney moment and why?
Oh wow, there's so many things. So hard to just pick one. I mean, getting to meet the characters is always great. I think the first time I met Beast over at Be Our Guest, which is one of my favorite restaurants. That is just one of like the best memories. Like going to Be Our Guest for the first time, which is amazing because I love Beauty and the Beast, and that restaurant is so highly themed. I just feel like I am there in Beast Castle. Like everything looks so real, and then you can go to like the West Wing and see where the Enchanted Rose is. You can get to the ballroom, and I just feel like I am living the movie, which is why I love it so much. I like the theming more than I like the food.
We've only done it once. We did it for breakfast. We did it at Christmas time, and we sat next to the faux window, and it was snowing. It was just breakfast, so we weren't trying to get a great meal. We loved what we had. It was light, it was a light breakfast. It was snack, but we loved it, and it was 100% the theming. I mean, I've heard the dinner is wonderful.
Dinner's good,
but you're totally right, though. It's kind of hard to explain if you haven't been in there. It's spectacular. I loved it.
Yeah, and like I saw that Kaylin over at Makeup Blue was talking about Tap and Ito over at the Japan Pavilion. We have done that. We did the like hibachi, and over at the Japan Pavilion, another cool memory that I have is that they have the whole Pick a Pearl like show.
Yep. Sure.
So it's such a cute little show where you can pick your little, is it like clam? Oyster?
Maybe. I'm not sure. Little shell thing.
Yeah, where there's a pearl inside. So you pick the one that you want, and they do this whole ceremony where there's like drums, and they open it up, and then it's such a cool experience. And they measure the pearl for you, and you can get like a black pearl, white, pink, gold. It's so cool. And then you can pick a setting to like put it on like a little pendant on a necklace or like earrings. And the whole thing is just so cute. I actually did that with my niece the first time I did it. And actually I've only done it once, so the only time I did it. And it was so cool. It was such a cool experience. Oyster. Stacy says oyster. So yes, that was
Blue Oyster. No, never mind. Okay. They did that in San Diego where I grew up. They had that at SeaWorld, and it's one of my great memories as a kid, but it was a SeaWorld thing. I've not done it in Walt Disney World, but I hear it's a great experience there too.
Yeah.
I love that. So a lot of Epcot talk, but you've told me about the Kingdom. In the Magic Kingdom, what's your favorite land? What's your favorite ride? What's your favorite experience in the Magic Kingdom? You talked about the Beauty and the Beast meal.
Yes.
The Magic Kingdom.
I love Be Our Guest. So, like Fantasyland, and of course, Adventureland. I feel like I don't really have a favorite land, but I more like have just favorite rides that I like Pirates, like I said. Haunted Mansion is great.
Yeah.
I also like the Peter Pan ride a lot. I feel like it's always really busy.
Even the line, well, yeah, it's so slow, but even the line's spectacular. I love the queue for Peter Pan.
Yeah, I think it's so cute. I love also Seven Doors, the Mine Train. That is another great ride, and I'm not really much of a roller coaster person, but I do like that one. I think it's so cute.
That's a good one. It's an insanely well themed, but that's a good little roller coaster. I remember being first time I rode it, I thought it was gonna be more kiddie ride. It's a good ride. I like it a lot. And that's another line that I love. Like very interactive. You can, if you get out of the heat, you can do all the stuff. I love that ride so much. Good stuff.
Yeah, and of course the Cinderella Castle. That's like the main attraction there. I love that. It's so cool. And all the different shows they have in the castle. I've been to the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, and they have the Villain Spectacular with Hocus Pocus. And
I love that one.
That is such a cool show. I love Hocus Pocus. And it was so cool. It made me think back to when I was a kid, and I used to watch Hocus Pocus nonstop around Halloween time.
When I was a kid, I feel like, and now it's iconic, and I'm so glad. Hey, Laser Cat, I love it. I loved it. Classic. I love it. Yeah. My daughter got one of the what is it called, the spirit jerseys for Hocus Pocus last year. It's like I wish it was more manly, because I would wear the dang thing. But anyway, very, very cool. So you collect. I might next week. Now that we're talking about. So you collect Funko Pops. You collect Haunted Mansion stuff. You collect Disney pins. What else do we not know about? I didn't Haunted Mansion stuff, but what else surprised me? What else you love?
I do collect the Disney Store keys.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. So because you and I talked about that too, right? I think
my wife does too.
Yeah, so I started collecting them around Mickey's 90th birthday. They released the first key that was kind of like really popular, at least that I know. It was the Mickey's 90th birthday key back in November 2018. That's how I kind of started. I thought it was so cool. And then they started releasing others. Like they released a key for the live action movie for Aladdin. And they have, see, my computer just closed on me. Oh, here we go. And my screen just changed.
Hey, Mike.
So, so there's so many different keys. So I've been trying to keep up with all of them. The most recent one was, the Star Wars key. So that's another one of the things that I've been collecting. I know there's a new key coming out this week, but so far it's only for the UK. On the 12th, they're going to do like an ink and paint key. So I'm hoping that they also release it in the US, because I want that key.
I hate to learn of that, because I really like that ink and paint line. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, but it should be coming to the US. I heard. I just don't know when. But
wifey loves the keys. I like the ink and paint stuff, so that could get.
I'll let you know.
How do you? So for me, I collect a lot of stuff too. I love pins. I love Funko Pops. Me and you obviously have those connected. I love Haunted Mansion stuff. I've got a whole Haunted Mansion stuff thing. I also collect Disney Christmas ornaments. How do you keep it? Because I am unsuccessfully keeping my collections to a minimum. How do you determine what not to keep, what to keep? Right. I mean, that collection of Disney pins behind you, that just makes me jealous. I want them all. That is so
thanks. So it's kind of hard to have all those collections at the same time. I kind of want to start collecting some of the Jim Shores as well, but I know those kind of those are kind of pricey. So I just my main thing is pins, so I'll just mainly focus on that. I don't have as many Funko Pops. I have about maybe 30, but my main thing is pins. So I just kind of
what you just said there is, I don't have very many Funko Pops. I only have about 30. That's a lot, my friend.
Oh no, I have a lot of friends in the Funko community, and 30 is like, it's like saying 2 pins. I mean, which is fine, but 30 compared to what my friends have, they have hundreds and thousands. So 30 is not that much.
we got a Funko Pop expert coming on here. Well, I don't know, a couple more weeks. He was actually scheduled already, and he had a family issue, but we've got him scheduled. That'll be a lot of fun. I love Funko Pops too. Anything that you don't collect that you think you might want to get into? You just mentioned Jim Shore, which is why I'm asking this question. Because those are
something that I want to collect that I'm not collecting yet. I can't think of anything. I feel like everything that I kind of wanted to collect, that kind of already started. Well, magic bands, but I do have like 6. But
those are fun.
Yeah, those are cool.
I collect some of those too, the ones that we go to, and then I've got a Tiki Room one, and I grabbed an Orange Bird one. I got a Mine one because that thing cracks me up. So yeah, those are fun too. I don't know what the heck I'll ever do with them, but I put them on my Christmas tree last year. So
there you go.
Now, I let you off the hook a little bit on festivals, but I'm going to come back to it. What are your favorite festivals and why? I'm assuming food and wine because we've already talked about it, but I don't know that. What are your favorite festivals and more importantly, why?
Food and wine for sure, because I like to eat. And I also think that the merchandise that they release for food and wine is always so cool.
Yeah.
So definitely food and wine. I also like the Festival of the Arts, which is like a newer festival. I also like the Flower and Garden. I feel like I like all of them. My favorite, I would say, oh yeah, I mean the Flower and Garden. It's more like I feel like the merchandise for the Flower and Garden Festival is so like happy and colorful and pretty, and I love the different topiaries around the park for the festival. So that's another festival that I really like. But my main one is food and wine because I just feel like it's just so cool.
It is awesome. It is awesome. Now let's talk about the movies. You have a favorite Disney movie of all time and a favorite Disney movie of recent times. I'd love to hear about those.
Beauty and the Beast is my favorite. Yeah, give me just a second. My thing keeps on like sliding back. Let me fix it real quick. Hold on a second.
Yeah, you're fine. So guys, I hope you're enjoying this. Make sure you get over to her channel, Geeking Out with MellyMel. The link's in the description. I'm going to use this moment to talk about my sponsor again for a second time, Magic the Mouse. The podcast and Magic the Mouse TV on YouTube. He's a great guy. It's Bill and his buddies do the podcast. I've been a guest, well, actually twice. Lynn, my buddies who's in chat, has been on there twice. Richard, who's in chat earlier, has been on there a couple times. A lot of my friends have been on there. You definitely need to get over there and check out Magic the Mouse. Again, Magic the Mouse TV on YouTube and Magic the Mouse, the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Everywhere podcasts can be found. He's also the co-host of Bush League Baseball. Tuesday nights we talk baseball. And this week we've got Joey from Joey's World, and it's going to be awesome. We can't wait. So I want you, it'll be a personal favor for me if you give MellyMel and Bill at Magic the Mouse some love. Go check out their channels and check out their content. It's awesome. All right. So I don't remember what I asked you. Oh, festivals. You just told me the festivals. We're talking about movies. So you love Beauty and the Beast. What about a more recent movie?
I did see Onward. I thought Onward was so cute. It was different. It was a different kind of movie, but I thought it was cute and it was funny. I cried. But it's so cute. I thought that was a really cute movie. I really want to see the new Mulan live action movie when it comes out. I don't know if I don't know if it's gonna be on Disney Plus anytime soon or what they're gonna do with that, but I do want to check it out.
I'm excited about a bunch of things they're bringing to Disney Plus, and there's a bunch of. I mean, the whole world has changed this year. I mean,
oh yeah,
2020 has been a surprise times a million, right? And I mean, I was expecting a whole bunch of movies to be big. I feel like we got Onward and then we lost everything else, right? I mean, but Mulan, I don't know. The live action of it, I hear it's great. The stuff I've seen is like, oh, yeah, what we're doing here. I'll obviously be there. But for me, the Disney Plus Hamilton is what I'm most excited about. I didn't get to go see it live, and I want to see it, so that'll be a lot of fun. I think that's like
that'd be cool to check out. Yeah, for sure.
Assuming you have Disney Plus, true or false?
I have Disney Plus. I can't wait for the new season of Mandalorian to come out.
I was going to say what's your go-to on Disney Plus, and you just said it, Mandalorian. All right.
Yes, and it's funny because I'm not like a huge Star Wars fan. I actually only seen 3 of the Star Wars movies.
When we first talked the first day, I was making fun of you because you didn't like Star. So there you go.
So I saw all the other movies because it's funny because I was talking to Gonzo and Disney Dan and everybody about how like I've only seen episode 1, 2, and 3, which I guess they say they are like the worst movies in the whole like Star Wars franchise.
I mean, if you put them top 10 or you put them in a list, they're the bottom 3.
That's what I hear. So I guess that means that I just have a bunch of amazing movies to watch. I already, but at the same time.
Hey, watch. So I've seen a bunch of these. Watching this for the first time. So watching Star Wars for the first time with MellyMel. Watching Empire Strikes for the first time. I mean, it'd be big. It'd be big on your channel. I betcha. Hey, Magic the Mouse TV, we're just talking about you, buddy. Hope you're having a great day.
But you see that I also think that I might have a different view on the Star Wars movies as other people. If I already saw the episode 1 and 2 and 3, where I can kind of have an idea as to why Darth Vader is the way he is and how I saw him as Anakin, maybe I'll feel a little different as I watch the other movies because then I already have some background as to why and how he became what he became. So maybe I'll just have a different experience watching the Star Wars movie.
Good point. Orlando, I see you spreading blasphemous rumors in the chat, but you keep going, buddy. See what I did there? Pretty good, right? All right. Anybody in chat get that joke besides Orlando guy? What is your favorite thing that you haven't done in the Disney parks yet that you're looking forward to do someday? It's on your to-do list. Maybe it's a bucket list thing, anything like that.
So I want to check out a lot of different tours. Like I want to do the Keys to the Kingdom, where they take you in Magic Kingdom and you kind of see all the behind the scenes and stuff like
my
that.
buddy just did that. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure he did.
Yeah.
So really, I haven't done anything close to that. That'd be great.
Yeah, I would love to do that. So I mean, basically work on a lot of the different tours, because I just did back in February the behind the scenes tour, and that was pretty cool. So I definitely want to do that. And I just really can't wait to go back to the parks, and, not so much park related, but I want to go on a Disney cruise. So that's something else that, I want to do. But yeah, I think I want to focus a little bit on like doing some of the tours and the behind the scenes.
Yeah, I've never done any of those. That I want to do them in Disneyland really bad. I'd love to do them anywhere, but I don't know. I've never. It seems like it's such an outlay of time, let alone the money, right? But I bet it would be just an unbelievable experience someday. Yeah. Orlando guy, I love you. You're like my personal Jesus, but not really. All right. Anyway, all the Depeche Mode inside jokes going on. So what's coming up on your channel? I can't believe we already been 50 minutes. And we only have 10 more
know.
You and your channel. So what do you got coming up on your channel that you want to tell people about, that you're excited about? Maybe you're going to do this new, anything.
Yeah, so let's see. I have a couple of collaborations coming up. Nice. I actually did a pin tag. I created a pin tag last month. It's called the hashtag the Disney Pin Trader tag. So it's still circling around. So that is something that I created for all those fellow pin traders and pin collectors on YouTube. So it's a way to like get to know each other a little bit better with the things that we like, our home parks and things like that. And like I said, I do have a couple of collaborations coming up this week with Lizzie and Disneyland, the Sisketiers. So and just more pin content and things like that on my channel.
Love it. Love it. Well, and do you post Funko Pop stuff as much as pin stuff? I know the answer, but I want you to tell people.
I post the occasional Funko post on my Instagram. Like if I see something that's coming out soon that I think it's cool, I'll go ahead and I'll share it. Like I know that Disney just previewed some of the stuff that's coming out for Halloween. Is like they call it Funkoween, I think it is.
Oh yeah.
So they preview some of the new Hocus Pocus pops are coming out. Some of the Haunted Mansion pops are coming out. So I posted that on my channel because I was like, if I think this is like amazing, I need to share this. Oh, that's so exciting, guys! Thank you.
Oh yeah, I would say I took a picture to see how many you had when we started, and I was just gonna follow up on that. Guys, if you haven't already, like Team Mold just did, get over to, oh man, I took a picture of your subs to see what the number is, and I wasn't smart enough to get the number in there. So I don't know how many she's added tonight, but hopefully it's a big, fat, huge number.
Thank you.
Get over there and give her some love. So if you could look 5 years into the future, where would you be in your YouTube Disney creator career? Like what would be perfect for you if you could be in 5 years, wherever you want to be as it relates to Disney and creating stuff? But I made that harder question than it needed to be. I hope you know what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah. So I mean, in 5 years from now, I mean, I still want to do this, and also on my Instagram, I love sharing all my Disney love, my pin love, my Funko love with people. So in 5 years, I would hope to be monetized by that point, and just really keep on doing what I do, because I really love this, and I love networking with people, and I love getting to know amazing people. Like I've become friends with so many like great people in the community, and
I love that you said that. This community has been such a blessing to me. I didn't come to this community looking for new friends. Matter of fact, at that time in my life, I would have told you I wanted less friends in my life, but these have been my best friends, and these have become my best friends in the world. I love this so much, and you're a part of that. I love that we can, whether it's a weekend or it's a hard day at work, I'll speak for me, I can sit down and receive content from people like you that have a passion for stuff that I have a passion for. It's kind of everybody's dream, right? Like, what do we want in life? We want to connect with people who love what we love, and that's what this community does. And I love that you're doing what you're doing. So what's been your favorite video? There you go. I feel like I'm running out of time on you. I think I didn't get to half of my questions, but what's your favorite video that you've created so far? Whether digital or not, which one's been your favorite?
I think my favorite was, which I'm so happy and humble and appreciative that it's been pretty popular on my channel. It's gotten over 1,000 views. It's my Disney Castle collection. So far in the US, we've only had the first release, which was themed to Cinderella. We're kind of waiting to see when the second release is going to come out, which should be themed to Frozen. I know that in the UK it's going to be on Tuesday. I don't know when the release in the US is going to be. I don't know if they're going to surprise.
Hold on. I think I know what you're talking about, but what is this? This castle is what?
So Shop Disney has different collections. Like they have the Minnie Mouse main attraction right now. So they have another collection called Disney Castles. So it's supposed to be a bi-monthly release. So
what is it? Is it a sculpture?
So it's different items similar to main attraction where you get a pin.
Oh.
There's an ornament.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like an ornament, there's like a journal. So basically it's different items that you can get with each release. So similar to the Minnie Mouse main attraction where you can pick from different items being released. So the first release featured Cinderella. I got the pin because that's kind of like what I was looking to get. Sure. I think there's still some items available on Shop Disney right now. It's the figurine is still available if I'm not mistaken. And I think the journal. So the second release is supposed to be Frozen. So it's supposed to be released like every other month, but Disney hasn't said when it's going to be released in the US. In the UK, it's coming out on Tuesday around 8 a.m. UK time. So I don't know if Disney is going to say tomorrow, hey, it's also going to come to the US on Tuesday, or if they're going to release it on Saturday. So I'm still kind of like waiting because the rumor was that it was supposed to be released yesterday, but it never released. So I'm hoping that we'll find out this week when the Frozen release is going to be. But going back to the original question, so my favorite video, or that's been one of my favorite videos, my Disney Castle collection video for the first issue, which was Cinderella, where I previewed the castle. And also they have a display case for you to put all the pins from the collection. So I previewed that on that video as well. So I think the video came out pretty well. And I'm pretty excited that people liked it. So that's been one of my favorite videos. Yeah, the Disney Castle collection, like Lynn said. Mm-hmm.
Very good. Very good. All right. I love it. So I think we got like 3 more minutes, and I really feel like I didn't get to very many questions. It's been a great conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you. What do you want them to know about you? What maybe you haven't shared yet that you're willing to share? What do they not know about MellyMel that you want them to know, whether it's about you or Disney or whatever you want to talk about?
Yeah, I feel like I need a haircut so bad. Oh my gosh. Like, with being in
home, great, whatever.
Like, oh my gosh, like my bangs are so long. Like I typically have bangs, but they've grown to the point where they're just to the side. I just keep them like I need a haircut. But
I'm 50 years old. I think I went like 47 years not really knowing what bangs were, except for a word that girls use when I was ignoring the conversation. But 4 daughters and a wife that are, anyway, your hair looks great.
Thank you. I feel like my bangs keep on like bothering me. But things about me. Already people knew, but English is not my first language. So I guess it's like a little.
I didn't know that. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, my first language is Spanish.
Wow.
So, yeah. So I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. Huh?
My first language was baseball. I
like that.
It's a whole nother thing. Anyway.
So I mean that is I guess just a fun fact about me. I don't know. So much pressure. I guess the rest you guys pretty much know about me. I love Disney. I love pins. I'm a nerd. But yeah, and I just like YouTube. I
tripped you up. I love it. Well, I think you're a lot of fun. I love your channel, guys. If you haven't already, I mean, you don't have to do it while the show's going. You can do it after the show's over, but I would be happy if you'd go do it right dang now. Hey, Anthony, what's going on? Get over to her channel, Geeking Out with MellyMel, all the Funko Pop talk, all the Haunted Mansion merch talk, all the Disney pin talk. I'm not kidding. I had 3 or 4 people that I'd go to were my go-tos for Disney pin information. I have a Disney pin show every Friday night, and I swear to you, not joking just because she's sitting here, I would say this even if she wasn't. I go to her Instagram before the show 100% of the time to see if I miss anything, because she's one of the Disney pin go-tos, and I'm losing my voice. I hope you haven't been able to tell. I'm in trouble. I got a whole nother show coming up. My voice has been a little weird. Yesterday was a little weird. I didn't talk much today. Lynn, you might need to do a lot of talking in the next show. I don't know.
Oh
I
no.
can't tell, but I've been sipping on the soda, but it is what it is. But Mel, I love you. I love your channel. I love your
Oh, thank you.
passion for pins. I just hope you guys have enjoyed this hour and you get over to give her some love. Also, I want to talk about Magic the Mouse TV and Magic the Mouse the podcast again. He's my buddy, Bill Guerrero Jr. and Bill Guerrero Sr. They do a podcast. It's great. Go check out the Orlando guy on there. Go check out Lynn on there. Go check out me on there. A lot of other people have been on there. We need to get. Have you been on there, MellyMel?
Repeat that again.
Have you been on the podcast yet, Magic the Mouse podcast?
No, not yet.
I know a guy. I'll hook you up. Anyway, get over to the podcast. Give him some love. Also, Magic the Mouse TV on YouTube. Go give him some love and get over to Geeking Out with MellyMel. Mel, I've had a blast with this hour. I apologize for my voice. I hope you couldn't tell. I feel like I was faking it pretty good, but is what I've been wanting to do the whole hour here. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you're good. I feel like Ursula. Like I just stole your voice.
That's good. I can't get it.
I'm not a villain though.
You're definitely not a villain. All right, so guys, that's it for tonight with MellyMel. Get over to her channel. Also, you're on live with Gonzo and a bunch of other people. Where else can they find you? We talked about Instagram.
Yeah, definitely on my channel, Geeking Out with MellyMel. I pop in and out of different lives. I do the Breakfast with Pals on Sundays over at Gonzo's channel. You can find me on my Instagram if you are looking for maybe some pin news or just some like pin content and just Disney content. You can just head over to my channel. My Instagram page, MellyMel0984, and then I have my Facebook page, which is just the name of my channel, Geeking Out with MellyMel, and it's just a picture of me, but that's where you guys can find me.
I love it. I love it. I appreciate you taking the hour tonight, and I appreciate all of you, the moderators, everybody. If you were in ninja mode, you didn't say anything. If you've been here an hour early, like a couple people were, an hour and a half, somebody was here. If you're a member of the channel, all of you, I love you so much. Thank you for the kind words. Jody and Laura, I'm so glad you're here. Tracy, I see you. I appreciate that. Everybody, I'm not going to go through the list because I need to get my voice, and I'm going to sing some Depeche Mode in my head for you, Richard, because if I sing it out loud, it could be bad. Do love Michael Kahn. Who's your favorite band ever, MellyMel? We'll end with that. The answer. It's either Oingo Boingo or Depeche Mode. That's the right answer. Which one do you pick?
Hanson.
Hanson.
I love Hanson. Oh yeah, I guess that's something you guys didn't know about me. I love Hanson.
Hanson. Is that the three dudes that are all with the same last name? I think it's
Yep, the three brothers with Bop.
I was gonna say, give me one song. Okay, give me another song.
Bop is their the one song they're like super known for. There you go, Bop.
All right, I'm gonna make fun of her, but it's gonna be off the line because the show's over. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Have the best day ever. Be safe out there. The world's nuts right now. Fear's a lying freaking liar. Don't listen to him or her or them. Get over to MellyMel. Get over to Magic the Mouse. And also get over to Creator Talk in about 20 minutes where Lynn's going to do lots of talking because I feel like I'm going to not be able to sing any Depeche Mode here in a minute. Love you all. Thanks for being here, Mel.
Oh, thanks so much for having me. This was so much fun. Like the hour definitely flew by.
It did. It did for me. And I'm sorry about my voice. All right, guys. Love you. Have a great week. Get over to MellyMel's channel. Give her some love. See you at Creator Talk in about 20 minutes.
Bye.